everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout today. And today I am scrapping pictures of Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland Paris. And this is iconic. When you walk into a park and you get this first view of the castle, it's always my I'm here, finally here kind of a moment. So I'm going to use that castle paper because I'm scrapbooking the castle. It's the Echo Park Wish Upon a Star 2 paper, and it's the 4x4 or Wish Upon a Star 2 collection, and it's the 4x4 journaling cards paper. Now I'm going to mat the photos on that pink graph paper from Ellie Studio Magical Memories from the 8.5 by 6 by 8.5 pad, and then I'm going to put that on that it says Wish Upon a Star paper in that aqua, and that is the Cartabella Believe in Magical Memories paper. And then I need that, I want to separate that from the two papers. So I put the washi tape there from Bella Boulevard, that pink chevron. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I did pick that tape up because the arrow from the chevron was pointing out, and I want it to point into the layout. So that Wish Upon the Star 2 is one of those things that I'm just doing for myself because this felt like a wish coming true. It's a little, theme for myself, just to help me remember this. Then the paper on the right here is the stripe paper is Echo Park Remember the Magic Happy Time. So you see me do this all the time. It's the right side paper with a lot of photographs. These are all portrait. The colors in this layout are pretty pale right now in general, except for the castles there. So I will do some things to bring that color up, but that's what this felt like. So I don't mind that a lot of this is pale because it was a gray day. When we saw the fireworks that night, it was in the high 20s. So it was cold, but that just meant we got to drink mulled wine all day. So to keep us warm. Anyway, that Castle 3D sticker is from Doodlebug Doodle Pops. It's the Adventure Awaits castle piece. And then I have these die cuts here, the journaling card and all the other die cuts that I'm popping on here at the moment. And those all came from Echo Park Wish 2, the ephemera. So I'm just kind of trying to scatter those around. I want a little journaling spot, that kind of a thing on this on the layout. And then I'm bringing in a little bit of the black with that worth the wait, and that for me it was worth the wait because this was kind of a trip long time coming. As a matter of fact, if I had done this trip when I first thought about it, we probably wouldn't have done the Disneyland part of the trip, but because I now have a really big reignited love for Disney after going with my grandkids a couple years ago, it was definitely something I really wanted to do, and kind of how I slightly coerced my daughter-in-law into going. I mean, I said to her, you can come and we're going to Disneyland. So anyway, I was very glad she was on the trip with us too. Okay, and I did put that castle is sticky, so I put that on just a little bit of waxed paper so that I could move it around until I knew for sure where it was going. That big pink bow there is it's an acrylic, and it's from Scraps and Ink on Etsy. I've said this before. I think I used some rhinestone Mickey heads from Scraps and Ink a couple of weeks ago on a layout, last week, something like that. Okay, so just kind of playing around with, I'd pulled some die cuts that I thought might work with this layout. And just playing around to figure out what it is. Now I am going to do my title. So I want to just call it Sleeping Beauty Castle. And I don't remember if I told you this already, because this is actually the second time I'm doing this voiceover. But all of the castles, I think all of the castles in Disney parks are called Sleeping Beauty Castle, except for the one at Walt Disney World, which is Cinderella's castle. So it's kind of just a little fun fact that crazy Disney people, adults like me, know. Anyway. Yes, I was thinking about this when I'm doing this voiceover. A year ago, we were actually at Disney for a long weekend. So I'm thinking, when are we going next? When are we going next? We'll see. We have to take my youngest grandson back yet, so we're in discussion. Anyway, so there you go. I didn't have enough of all the letters because I only have one sheet of these pink letter stickers from Ellie's Studio. They're the letters and numbers in pink. So I did letters and numbers in white because it's really the same alpha, just in 2 different colors. So I pulled the pink and white together. I probably would have preferred them all. Well, actually, I don't know about that. I was going to say I probably would have preferred them all in white, but I don't mind that. I actually like how it looks. Kind of a little mix. I probably would have preferred if the word castle had been in white to kind of emphasize the castle piece of this, but I think it would have looked a little funny. It just wouldn't have, to my eye, and that's my eye. If you wanted to do it that way, it would be perfectly acceptable to do it. But to my eye, it's a little, it would be not balanced if the middle word was, if the end word was white instead of the middles. So anyway, so this is going to take me a minute to get these letters on here. And I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but when I'm done with letter stickers like this, especially these, because they're known, they'll come off. They'll start to come off. They're sticky on the sheet. They don't come off the sheet. But once you pull them off, they don't always stay as well. So I brayer them on. And that is a trick that Rachel Reynolds, who has passed away, but a trick that she used all the time and that I really, really like. So that is not my idea. That was hers, but it really does a good job. And I have a brayer, so I might as well use it. All right. So there we go. And now that those are on like that, they're really sticking nicely because it's been at least a week since I did this layout, probably a little bit more than that. All right, so still kind of playing around with what I'm going to do. I do, by the way, like the fact that that Bliss die cut in the top left of the right page there has all the colors from the castle colors in it. So it's bringing in that basically the craft and the red that I don't have anywhere else on the layout. And I don't feel like I need to bring them in anywhere because those colors are on that right page now, but I kind of like all that. All right, so now I'm thinking that I want to add something else to these embellishment clusters. They have 2 pieces in. I want it to be bling. So I actually decided to get out some pearls. And these are from Mrs. Sparkle & Co., which is Joanne's line. And so I'm just going to add one big giant pearl into each of these clusters. And I just think it's a little bling because we're talking about a castle and a princess. All right, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.